right, here we are after that amazing overtime game against the Lakers. Here we are against the Suns. I played this game, and I know it was only a 10-point loss, but it wasn't even close. The Suns were up and down. Starbury, the Matrix, Amari, and even Penny. Just it was a tough one. So we took this loss, and I simmed a couple of the other games you'll see here. Like I said, just showing you what I did. The Sixers, I simmed. Chris Bosh and sim has not been really good. Keith Van Horn gave us some buckets. Now you're looking at the Warriors who beat us. And like I said, I made a comment. This is kind of the We Believe Warriors before the We Believe Warriors. Jason Richardson, walking bucket. Simmed this game, beat the New Orleans Hornets, who are in the East, not the West. They'll go into the West next year. This was the Bulls, who, just mind you, in a later video, they go on to be the number 2 seed in the East. With that roster, I don't know how. The Grizzlies, we actually traded a couple of wins back and forth. And then this is me. I just felt like we needed to make a change. So I just traded who I could trade. I traded Boris and Warren. And I traded Wally and James. So I got, Johnny, Alexander, and Paul here. Now, the Mavericks, you're going to get a little bit of gameplay in this video. So, the Mavericks, man, they tore me up from the floor up. And then there's Rashard Lewis getting, who's hurt. Johnny Forte's hurt. And I think his name is Johnny. Now, here's one thing that was pointed out to me in my videos. These jerseys that the Mavs are going to wear and we're going to wear the Sonics, they're technically next year's jerseys. So I wanted to still wear them, but I'm going to, as you'll see with the Warriors, I end up because I love the Warriors orange alternate, and I love our alternate, obviously. I stopped wearing them. I didn't think this jersey was bad, this green jersey. I believe it was designed by P. Diddy, if I'm not mistaken. But I liked it. I always thought that it was different. I remember that jersey because of that was the jersey that Kobe outscored the Mavericks in by the third quarter or something. He had 61 and the Mavericks had 60, or Kobe had 62 and the Mavericks had 61 or something. So he had outscored the Mavericks by the third quarter. But yeah, so we got Vin Baker here. Vin Baker's actually going to be a part of a trade here pretty soon. And it kind of really changes the way we play. But yeah, here's Chris Bosh giving Steve Nash, who I don't know if he's going to be a free agent next year. As I don't know if you've played or seen the contract extensions. When you go to contract extensions, everybody's up there, whether they got 1 year, like Rashard Lewis is on a 4 or 5 year deal. It don't matter. Everybody's players up there. So I don't know if Steve Nash is going to re-sign or get, because next year he's going to be with the Suns. So I don't know if I'm going to have to force that trade or not, or just let him stay with the Mavericks or let him walk. He can go somewhere else. But yeah, not Young Dirk, but definitely into his game Dirk was giving Chris Bosh trouble. And that's another thing. Chris Bosh, who I've had some good games with Bosch, but definitely here later on in the season, Steve Nash giving me the buckets, Steve Nash giving me the business, and it wasn't even close. Kirk Heinrich, who I'm going to move to the bench here, along with Kyle Korver in a trade. Like I said, just guys that just haven't found their thing. And there's Chris Bosch taking the smaller person. Nothing against Steve Nash. It's just Steve Nash against Chris Bosch. But yeah, the Mavericks end up winning this game. I think it gets out of hand if I'm not mistaken. I think they end up getting up 22 to 12 or something, or 10 or something. And it's been a couple of days since I played this game. I've taken some suggestions on how to do some better video editing where I'm not holding the iPhone and recording on my iPhone and then re-recording the screen. So I've been doing some editing classes or studying, and hopefully I'm gonna have a new method that I can test out in this video, because I do like the response I'm getting. I'm getting about 50 views a video, which is really cool. So everybody's got to start somewhere, and like I said, this right here was My Eras was right up my alley. So that's kind of really why I wanted to do this. But yeah, you know what? I actually applaud the era guys, because they could have put the trash bag era jerseys that the Mavericks wore for this season, but they didn't. So that's really cool. And they should have, but they didn't. So but yeah, here's another guy, number 6. I don't think he is as small as 2K is projecting him to be. So Brian Russell, he'll be traded here shortly too. So don't get your hopes up. But yeah, we basically, not to be a spoiler, but we basically turn it around completely. I don't know if it's in this video or a couple of videos down the line. You'll actually see that we get out of the red and become profitable. So, which turned the team around completely. Because I think it changed the mood, because we got profitable. There's Dirk. Oh, that's not Dirk. That's Sean Bradley. Sean Bradley, who recently got, well, not recently, but got paralyzed. I hope the best for him. He seems very positive about the situation, being surrounded by his family. I think he was honored at the Big Three, the Ice Cube League thing, the Ice Cube basketball league. I actually went to one of those games a couple of years ago. It was really cool, but by the last one, I was kind of wore out, because it was like a 5-hour thing. And look at this, not Aaron Gordon. It's like they kind of tried to scan Aaron Gordon and said, screw it, we'll put it as a creative character. Like Aaron Gordon looked left and they wanted him to look right. Sorry. But I did go to the Big Three when it was here in Georgia. And like I said, it was really cool, but man, by that last game, I